Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Pace Edwards BedLocker tonneau cover onto this truck. The great thing about this BedLocker from Pace Edwards is that it comes complete with everything you need to put this on your truck. Now this is a really cool tonneau which will make this truck very secure when you get this thing on there, and I'm going to show you what it comes with right here. You got your side rails, you got drain tubes, you have your trail seal tape, the bolt and accessory kit, you have shims, and also your rail clamps, the wiring harness, and the coolest thing of all, the wireless remote to operate this thing to open and close it. Way cool, guys. So the next thing to do is, and let's not forget the tonneau cover itself. So the next thing to do is get this thing on this truck. The next thing we need to do is go ahead and drill a hole in here for our wiring harness to travel through. Now the reason why we're going to do that is because this truck has these bed caps on it, nice pretty looking bed caps. Underneath these it would be the stake pocket holes that you would normally run your wire through, but because the guy that owns this truck would like to leave these on, we're just going to improvise here a little bit, and we're going to drill a hole into the stake pocket slot right through here and run our wiring through there. Now we've got our hole drilled, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and run our harness. Now make sure you run the correct end, because if not, it's really going to be a pain pulling it all back through and redoing it. The one you're looking for is the end that has the red fuse connector on it and this plug right here. So you can go ahead and unplug this and just lay this part to the side, and we're going to take this wire and we're going to run it through the hole that we just made and down and out the bottom of our truck bed box, so that way we can run this wire along the underside of the truck up to the battery where we're going to connect it. Our wiring harness is ran. The next thing to do is to go ahead and hook this up to the battery. We've got our wires hooked up to our cable ends, but we want to make sure that we pull this fuse out of here, because we don't want to have this thing powered in the back when we're trying to hook the rest of it up. So pull that fuse out, go ahead and hook our ends back together here so that's all done. We've got our cover up into the back of our truck. What we did is we went ahead and used the box that it came in, just cut it down so that it would fit in here. Before we get too much further along here, what we're going to do is install our bed seal. We're just going to run it right along the top, the bulkhead to the bed. Before attaching the bed rails, we want to open this, just pull out about a foot. And then just let it hang right there. The next thing is we're going to attach our bed rails. On the end of this, how it has this little L kind of shape on it, we're going to run that inside this channel lip right here. So you got to kind of line 2 and 3 things up at the same time here. So alright, now that we've got our bed rails on, the next thing we're going to do here is let this down. In order to do that, we got to pull this box and stuff out from underneath here. What we're doing here is we're going to remove this tape from underneath here. Now, we waited till after we got this all set up just because of these bed caps, that we didn't want to scratch those up or scuff them. But you can actually take this off before you attach these to the canister. This tape's just on there to protect that seal in shipping. So whichever way you want to do it's fine, either way. When you open up your hardware kit, you're going to see a little bag in there with a yellow tag in it that has these clip things that look like this. This is only specific to the Chevy models or GMC models. So what you want to do is go ahead and open that bag, take these out, and then you just attach them by pushing them down over the end of your tailgate here, because what that does is when you close this tailgate up, it allows it to seal up against the end of the bed rail. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Now, as you can see, once that's closed, it takes away any gappage that would be there normally from where we set these rails, so that it keeps water from seeping through there. We've got everything set up. We've got our rails in place where we want them to go. And next thing we need to do here is to attach our clamps. Now, before we attach our clamps, even though we measured this out and it's the same width in the front as it is back here in the back, you're not required to use the bulkier shims. You still need to put one of these stick-on shims onto your clamp. So the way this shims work is that they just you peel off the backing off the back of them. You can see they have a white backing on them. You peel that off and then you just stick it onto the back side, and make sure you put it on the correct side. You stick it on the back side of your shim, just like so. And then what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and put this shim on, or this clamp on, and slide it down to the front. Now, something that you might run into with these is that if you have one of these clamps and you're clamping it down, even with just the one shim on it, and your rail wants to cock up on the side like that and not pull down flat, what you may have to do is move your shims, and you may need more than one. You may have to move them lower down on your clamp. So it just depends on what's going on with it. You have to play around with it a little bit, figure out which way works best for what you're doing on your truck. You may have to move this up or down on here to get it in the right position. So we're gonna go ahead and get this clamp down and maybe show you what we're talking about. But one of the things that you might run into, might be a little bit of an issue, is that even with the double shim back here and moving them up and down, you still might have some problems with this. Might not want to come down flush. The easiest thing to do to get that down there, once you got your shims in place, is just to get a buddy to grab a hold of this and push down and pull that way for you while you tighten this up, and then bam, there you are, it's down there where it's supposed to be. Once you've got your clamps all attached the way they're supposed to be, then you'll find this little package inside the box with your tonneau cover in there. Go ahead and open this up, and what we're going to do is there's a wipe inside here that contains this UV protectorant. This right here is your sweep seal. What this is designed to do is keep all the crud and stuff from getting down into your component box. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to wipe this down to help protect this seal. Guys, you notice that this isn't quite complete. It's all open here. There's a cover that goes on here. We have the cover. We're going to go ahead and put that up on here. Pretty simple process. Set it up on here. You line up your screw holes, and they're just Phillips screws. Got everything pretty much ready to go here. The next step is to go ahead and plug in our power. You'll see there's two wires coming out of your box. This one with the cap on it here is for a switch that you can hook up to this cover, place it in the back or in your cab, wherever you want it, so you can actually have this switch. But we're using the key fob remotes for ours, so we're going to use this one, and we're just going to plug this in. Simple as that. And fish the rest of this wire down here to get it out of the way. So we've got everything all hooked up and ready to go here. The last thing we have to do is get our drain tubes hooked up. Now, in order to do this, this truck isn't designed this way, but some trucks right up here will have a plastic insert that you can just drill a hole right through with a spade bit. This one doesn't have that, so we're going to have to drill a hole right through the bulkhead. Okay, we've got our drain tube in this side. You see how easy it is to put in. Not a big deal. We've got one more to put in on the other side. All right, guys, we got the drain tubes in, so that'll pretty much complete our install of the BedLocker tonneau cover from Pace Edwards. So until next time, happy motoring. Hey, what are you guys doing? Hey, let me out of here. This is funny. Guys.
Testing real quick.
Hello, 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 hello. I'm John.
Hey, buddy! Guys!
We're not gonna let him out either.
Yeah. Leave me for about an hour. Sweats.
Wrong way, Jono.
What's the deal here?
Wrong way.
Oh, no wonder it's not going on. Delay.